The Korean War, a conflict often overshadowed by its more famous predecessor and successor, World War II and the Vietnam War, respectively, yet it holds a distinct place in the annals of military history, particularly in the realm of amphibious warfare. On September 15, 1950, the Inchon landing, codenamed Operation Chromite, would prove to be a pivotal moment in the war, with General Douglas MacArthur's bold plan to retake the strategic port city of Inchon, just west of Seoul, the capital of South Korea. To grasp the significance of this operation, it's essential to understand the context in which it took place. By the summer of 1950, the North Korean People's Army had advanced deep into South Korea, pushing the Republic of Korea Army and the United Nations coalition forces to the brink of collapse. The Pusan Perimeter, a defensive line in southeastern Korea, was the last stronghold of the UN forces, and it was on the verge of being overrun. The situation was dire, with the enemy controlling nearly the entire peninsula. In the face of this adversity, General MacArthur, the commander of the United Nations Command, conceived a daring plan to turn the tide of the war. The Inchon landing was born out of this necessity, an operation that would require meticulous planning, precise execution, and a deep understanding of the complexities of amphibious warfare. The challenge facing General MacArthur and the United Nations Command was daunting. The North Korean People's Army had secured key terrain features, including the rugged mountains and narrow valleys that crisscrossed the peninsula, allowing them to dictate the terms of engagement. Their forces were well entrenched, with a complex network of defensive positions, including bunkers, trenches, and artillery emplacements, making a direct assault on the Pusan perimeter increasingly unlikely to succeed. Furthermore, the North Koreans had also managed to interdict the key transportation routes, severely limiting the ability of the UN forces to maneuver and resupply. The port city of Inchon, with its strategic location and deep-water harbor, offered the only viable alternative for a large-scale amphibious operation, but it presented a unique set of challenges. The harbor was heavily defended, with a maze of islands, reefs, and mudflats that made navigation treacherous. Additionally, the extreme tidal variations in the area, with some of the highest tidal ranges in the world, posed significant logistical hurdles for the landing force. The window for a successful operation was narrow, with only a few days each month when the tides aligned favorably. The success of the Inchon landing would depend on the ability of General MacArthur's forces to overcome these formidable obstacles and execute a precise and coordinated assault on the heavily fortified defenses of Inchon. The Inchon landing required an unprecedented level of technological sophistication to overcome the treacherous tidal conditions and heavily defended harbor. The key to success lay in the implementation of the landing ship tank, or LST, a versatile amphibious assault vessel designed to carry tanks, artillery, and troops directly onto the beaches. The LSTs were equipped with a retractable bow ramp, allowing them to beach and disembark their cargo quickly, even in the shallow waters of Inchon. Additionally, the U.S. Navy's Landing Craft Vehicle Personnel, or LCVP, played a crucial role in ferrying troops and supplies from the LSTs to the beachhead. These landing craft were designed to operate in shallow waters and could navigate through the treacherous mudflats and reefs surrounding Inchon. The use of helicopters also proved instrumental in the operation, providing close air support and facilitating the rapid transportation of troops and supplies over the vast distances involved. The UH-19 Chickasaw and H-13 Sioux helicopters, in particular, demonstrated their versatility in a variety of roles, from reconnaissance to medical evacuation. The integration of these advanced technologies allowed the UN forces to overcome the formidable logistical challenges posed by the Inchon harbor, paving the way for a successful amphibious assault. The Inchon landing, codenamed Operation Chromite, commenced on September 15, 1950, with a naval bombardment of the Inchon harbor, as the USS Missouri and other warships unleashed a torrent of shells and rockets onto the heavily fortified North Korean positions. As the guns fell silent, the LSTs and LCVPs began their approach, navigating through the treacherous waters to reach the designated landing sites. The first wave of troops, comprising elements of the 1st Marine Regiment, stormed ashore at 6:33 a.m., quickly establishing a foothold on the beach. The Marines, supported by the withering firepower of the naval guns and the close air support provided by the helicopters, rapidly pushed inland, overcoming fierce resistance from the North Korean defenders. As the day wore on, the UN forces continued to pour ashore, their numbers swelling to over 70,000 troops by the end of the operation. The Inchon landing proved a resounding success, with the UN forces achieving a strategic surprise that would ultimately lead to the recapture of Seoul and a significant shift in the momentum of the war. The operation's success was a testament to the ingenuity and bravery of the Allied forces, who had overcome seemingly insurmountable logistical challenges to achieve a decisive victory. The Inchon landing's impact reverberated far beyond the immediate battlefield, as the operation's success marked a turning point in the war. The strategic surprise achieved by the UN forces, coupled with the boldness of the amphibious assault, sent shockwaves throughout the North Korean command structure, forcing a re-evaluation of their defenses. Moreover, the recapture of Seoul, which followed in the wake of the Inchon landing, dealt a significant blow to the morale of the North Korean army, as the loss of the capital city undermined their claim to legitimacy. The implications of the Inchon landing extended beyond the Korean peninsula, as well, as the operation demonstrated the effectiveness of a well-executed amphibious assault in the face of seemingly insurmountable logistical challenges. This realization would have far-reaching consequences, influencing the development of military doctrine and strategy in the decades that followed. The Inchon landing also underscored the importance of air power and naval gunfire in supporting ground operations, as the close coordination between the different branches of the military proved instrumental in securing the beachhead. As the war continued to unfold, the lessons learned at Inchon would be applied to future operations, shaping the course of modern warfare. In the end, the Inchon landing stands as a testament to the power of innovative thinking and bold action in the face of overwhelming odds. The operation's success not only turned the tide of the Korean War but also left an indelible mark on the course of modern military history. As we reflect on the bravery and sacrifice of the soldiers who took part in this pivotal battle, we are reminded of the profound impact that a single, decisive moment can have on the outcome of a conflict. The Inchon landing serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of adaptability, creativity, and determination in the pursuit of military victory. In the words of General MacArthur, the Inchon landing was a masterpiece of strategic and tactical brilliance. As we look back on this remarkable achievement, we are compelled to ask, what other victories might have been won? What other wars might have been averted, if more military leaders had dared to challenge conventional wisdom and push the boundaries of what was thought possible?